Hello, and welcome to the initial assignment briefing. The purpose of this presentation is to help you as a service member be informed about the steps and requirements needed to complete your PCS process. We hope that after this briefing, you will have a clearer picture of what to do and the confidence to do it efficiently. So you just got notified of an assignment. What do you do now? I'm sure there's a lot going through your head, but here's where it starts. The Military Personnel Squadron will notify the commander on the first day upon assignment selection. From there, the commander has 7 days to notify the member before the Military Personnel Squadron will send an initial assignment notification to the member through email. Included in this email will be the PCS RIP, a 907 checklist, PCS instructions, and forms that must be utilized during the relocation process. Additionally, the service member must acknowledge the assignment on Virtual Military Personnel Flight, or VMPF, within 7 days of the notification by completing the initial assignment briefing. Many service members will also have dependents that may or may not accompany them on their assignment. If you have dependents or anticipate having any during your assignment, here are some things to consider. As you can see, much of the things listed here have to do with follow-on assignments. For example, some members will elect not to relocate dependents or ship household goods to the follow-on location until his or her return from the unaccompanied short tour. These follow-on assignment remarks are because some members will elect to relocate dependents to one location or another during a short tour. All of these must be notated on their orders as soon as they know to verify accurate entitlements and to reduce stress. Take a few moments to look over these. The follow-on assignment program allows airmen who are selected for a short, dependent restricted tour to apply for advanced consideration of a CONUS assignment or overseas tour before the airman's departure. All members serving 12 to 15 months are eligible. Airmen must either apply or decline no later than 15 days of assignment notification if their report no later than date is less than 150 days, or no later than 150 days prior to their report no later than date. Please contact the Career Development Office if a final decision on a home basing or follow-on assignment has not been made within 75 days of your report no later than date. The process to apply for a follow-on is a simple one. In order to apply, service members will go to their VMPF, Self-Service Actions, Assignment section, and within the assignments application, they will then go to the home basing/follow-on assignment application. An important note to remember is that selections are made by AFPC on a monthly basis, approximately 120 days prior to the report no later than date. The authentication of PCS orders from AFPC is primarily dependent on the member's timely and accurate submission of documents. The MPS will draft your orders as soon as the following minimum documents are submitted, including, but not limited to, DD Form 1172, Security Clearance Letter, MyVector's Family Travel Screening Completion Letter, Air Force Form 965, and the Air Force Form 286. Additionally, members must complete all actions that preclude your orders to be drafted, such as the VMPF initial assignment briefing and meeting specific requirements to the assignment per PPC codes, such as obtaining appropriate security clearance, obtaining medical clearance for dependents, completing PRP qualification, and obtaining any required immunizations. Though not all service members will have a personnel processing code, many will have at least one, and sometimes up to 4 or 5. PPCs are processing requirements or post-selection assignment actions that you must fulfill. Inside of a PPC might be other PPCs that also apply to the assignment, so please read the PPC thoroughly. It will also be listed on your assignment RIP or on the back of your orders. PPC indicators consist of 3 letters, for example, ABA, RPB, 9NG, etc. They require members' actions to proceed with the assignment, such as TCCC training, CADM, CBURN, SEER, PT tests, training en route, and polygraphs. These are just a few examples. Finding your PPCs and what they specifically indicate can be found in a few different spots. Your assignment's notification RIP will include it, as well as the 907 out-processing checklist and the back of your orders. The PPC instructions will be a Word document attached on your initial assignment notification email. Updates must be monitored via MyFSS. Please take a moment to look at the following slide. As you can see, there are many personnel processing codes that may be attached to your assignment. Keep in mind, some members may have none, one, or multiple PPCs attached. It is the responsibility of the service member, as well as the MPF, to coordinate and communicate any changes that may happen to a PPC code that will directly affect the service member's PCS. Assignment retainability is also a key requirement. Within 30 days of assignment notification, airmen must obtain retainability. This can be done through either extension or reenlistment of a contract. And in order for orders to be started, the retention process must be initiated. In order to do this, airmen will contact their CSS to begin the process. Failure to obtain retainability will result in cancellation of the assignment by AFPC. Consequences for first-term airmen will be ineligibility to apply for any self-initiated assignment programs, while consequences for career airmen will be ineligibility for promotion, reenlistment, or extension of enlistment. Some PCS assignments will have a personnel processing code attached to it, requiring an Air Force Form 422 to be initiated via MyIMR. This is a medical clearance form. If medical clearance is required, please contact Base Operational Medicine Clinic. Additionally, these personnel processing codes may require dental clearance and immunizations before PCS orders or before departure from the base. Service members enrolled in the Exceptional Family Member Program will automatically be Q-coded upon assignment notification. If you have dependents, you must complete the Air Force Form 4380, Air Force Form 1466 via MyVector. Q-coded personnel must receive clearance from the EFMP office prior to PCS orders being generated. For any questions or inquiries regarding EFMP status or the process, please reach out to the following POCs listed on this slide. The Personnel Reliability Assurance Program, or PRAP, was established to make sure those who work directly with nuclear-capable weapons are mentally and physically able to perform their duties at all times. Service members assigned to a PRAP location will be required to submit an Air Force Form 286. Orders cannot be processed until the Air Force Form 286 is completed. Administrative qualification and reinstatement of that qualification will be determined by the PRAP Administrative Qualification Cell. Please note, all Security Forces 3PO members require their commander to endorse or sign their assignment RIP prior to departure. Service members PCSing from Patrick Space Force Base will be required to submit documents. All members must submit their required documents via email to the Career Development Org Box at fssdpme@us.af.mil. Please note, our org box will not be able to open encrypted emails. Additionally, you will be required to keep copies of everything. Please contact us if you need a folder review a few days prior to your final out appointment to make sure you are tracking every out-processing item turned in, so you can also track what you are missing. Your CSS will also be a key point of contact for document review during the out-processing. Your unit or CSS will also be coordinating with you to complete your virtual out-processing checklist. Upon assignment notification, all members will be uploaded a checklist to view on their virtual MPF. If your virtual out-processing checklist is not available, please contact our career development team. To access this, you will log in to VMPF, Self-Service Actions, Assignments, go to Out-Processing, and click on your virtual out-processing checklist. The biggest questions you will ask during your PCS is, where are my orders? Please take a moment to review the steps in the order status. It starts at the military personnel section, where an assignments counselor will create and draft orders. From there, the NCOIC will review and submit orders to AFPC. The Air Force Personnel Center is responsible for reviewing and authenticating orders within 5 days, but no earlier than 120 days from your departure date. The status of your orders can be checked through your virtual MPF. Changing your report no later than date is a common request for a PCS. Effective 30 June of 2023, RNLTD change request will be submitted for approval using the MyVector application. Access MyVector's report no later than date change request workflow. Verify and update your losing commander's data and provide the gaining commander's data. Read any exception to policy criteria, your available options, and any other information before submitting. Note that changing your report no later than date might affect your required retainability, and you may have to start the process over again if something needs to be edited. Equally important to the PCS process will be setting up your departure date. The departure date is when authorized travel dates and leave en route begin. Changes to your departure date can be initiated, if necessary, through your initial assignment briefing on VMPF. Coordinate it with your CSS and ensure that both the losing and gaining commander have approved it. Things to consider when setting up the departure date. When taking leave en route, the authorized maximum is 30 days. Individuals with CONUS assignments can report up to 60 days earlier from the report no later than date, and individuals with OCONUS assignments are not authorized to leave the CONUS until the first day of the RNLTD month. However, they can set a departure date earlier than that only if taking leave en route. Also important to note is that some assignments will have PPCs or remarks attached to them stating that they will not be able to report any earlier than a certain date as well. Setting up your final out appointment will be one of the last steps in the PCS process. Airmen are not authorized to out-process earlier than 1 duty day for CONUS and 2 duty days for OCONUS prior to their actual departure date or date official leave and travel begins, or PDD. Please contact the Career Development Team to schedule a final out appointment. And note that your final out appointment will need to be scheduled at least 30 days in advance. The Traffic Management Office is a key point of contact for PCS. They will be able to give you information regarding how to ship your household goods during a PCS move. Additionally, they will have information that you may or may not know about entitlements regarding traffic and travel. Please take a moment to review the point of contacts for the Traffic Management Office. Getting to your final out-processing appointment will hopefully prove to be a stress-free experience. Call or email your CSS for a pre-screened final out. If you are part of a geographically separated unit and do not have a CSS, please send or coordinate your pre-screened final out documents to our Career Development org box. Once your items are received, the CSS will then sign your 907 checklist and schedule you for final out. Required documents for all final out appointments include the following: VRED, SGLI, PT test, Family Travel Screening Questionnaire, DD Form 1172-2, both for members with dependents. Also, any additional documentation stated in your PPCs or with your assignment remarks. Please note that not every assignment will have the same required documents. Some will have more, but these will be required for all final out appointments. If any documents are missing, you will be sent back to your CSS or appropriate organization. This will conclude your initial assignment briefing for Out-Processing and PCS. Please note that as with any military program, information and guidance for PCS assignments are subject to change, and we encourage members to reach out with any further questions or concerns. The Career Development Team at Patrick Space Force Base and their contact information can be seen on this slide. Thank you and good luck.